the grand and often bloody saga of House Targaryen, few names are spoken with as much reverence and sorrow as Prince Baelor Targaryen. Born in the year 170 after Aegon's conquest, he was the first son of King Daeron II, a king known for his wisdom, diplomacy, and for peacefully uniting Dorne with the Seven Kingdoms. In an age still healing from the wounds of the Blackfyre Rebellion, a civil war that had pitted Targaryen against Targaryen, the realm needed a symbol of unity and strength. They found it in Baelor, while his father, Daeron the Good, forged peace with scrolls and treaties. Baelor was the hammer to his father's anvil, the martial strength that guaranteed the king's peace would hold. He was the perfect heir. Unusually for a Targaryen, he inherited the dark hair of his mother, Maria Martell of Dorne, but his eyes held the violet hue of old Valyria. This mix of Dornish and Valyrian blood made him a living embodiment of his father's unified kingdom. He was named Hand of the King, serving as his father's most trusted advisor. He married Jaina Dondarrion and had two sons, Valar and Materis, securing his line. As a warrior, he was unmatched. His moniker, Breakspear, was earned in the tourney lists, where he was famous for shattering the lances of his opponents. He was the Prince of Dragonstone, the Hand of the King, and the undisputed hope of the Seven Kingdoms. His legend, however, was not forged in a great war, but at a celebratory tourney held at Ashford Meadow in the year 209. It was there that a towering, unknown hedge knight named Sir Duncan the Tall sought to make a name for himself. Instead, he found trouble. He witnessed a group of puppeteers being tormented by the cruel and arrogant Prince Aerion Targaryen, Baelor's own nephew. When Aerion, known as the Bright Flame for his madness, broke the fingers of a puppeteer, Duncan intervened, striking the prince to defend the small folk. For this act, he was arrested and condemned. The law was clear. Striking a member of the royal family was a capital offense. But Baelor, arriving at the scene, saw the nuance. He saw a good man defending the weak from the cruelty of his own kin. Understanding the grave injustice of the situation, Baelor offered a path for Sir Duncan, a trial by combat. Aerion, arrogant and certain of victory, demanded a trial of 7, a rare and perilous tradition where 7 champions fight on each side. It was a spectacle of force, intended to humiliate the hedge knight. Finding 7 champions to stand against the crown was a near impossible task. Aerion's side was formidable, including his father, Prince Maekar, and 3 knights of the legendary Kingsguard. Sir Duncan was alone, a stranger with no powerful friends. One by one, brave men like Lionel Baratheon, the Laughing Storm, agreed to stand with him, but they were still short. It was then that Baelor Breakspear made a choice that would stun the Seven Kingdoms and echo through history. He declared that he himself would be one of Sir Duncan's champions. His decision was a profound statement. The heir to the Iron Throne, standing against his own brother and nephews, all for the sake of a landless knight and the principle of justice. The battle was a maelstrom of steel, a chaotic and brutal melee. Baelor, clad in his black armor, was a force of nature. He fought like the warrior of legend he was, his skill and valor turning the tide. He single-handedly defeated several opponents, protecting Sir Duncan and proving his mettle for all to see. But in the bloody confusion, tragedy struck. A mace, swung with furious force by his own brother, Prince Maekar, who was fighting for his son Aerion, crashed against Baelor's helm. It was a devastating accidental blow in the heat of combat. The hope of the realm, the greatest prince of his generation, fell to the ground, his skull shattered. Though Sir Duncan's side ultimately won the trial, the victory was ashes. The realm had lost its future king. Maekar was left to grapple with the horror of having killed his own beloved brother. King Daeron II would mourn his son for the rest of his days. Baelor's death created a vacuum of power and hope, a wound from which House Targaryen would never truly recover. His own sons would later perish in the Great Spring Sickness, wiping out his line and paving the way for Maekar, the Kingslayer Prince, and his descendants to rule. Baelor Breakspear died as he lived, a champion of the just, a shield for the weak, and the very soul of chivalry, a great king the Seven Kingdoms would tragically never have.